Hey there, beautiful people of love and light. Today I'm guided to speak about something different. Today I'm guided to give you a heartfelt message of unity, of oneness, and our individuality. It's a message about going within. This I'm doing because so many people write to me, and I see a lot of confusion, a lot of seeking somewhere externally out of yourselves, a lot of craving for fast answers, for easy solutions to understand your lives better, to understand every single step of your path. I do feel you, all of you. But I need to speak about something, to make something very clear, to speak about the truth of going within, and to maybe help you better remember who you truly are without all that external seeking. Everyone, of course, is a seeker in this realm, but until we realize that we are already here and that everything is within. This is an ongoing process of, constant mind chatter, constant seeking of something externally outside of ourselves, of not truly seeing the love that we are. Okay, so here's the thing. Lately, I receive a lot of the messages. I always have been receiving a lot of them because I guess my energy works in a way to make people share everything with me, all their stories, all their dramas, even everything. And here's the thing. I did not come here to this world, and neither have you, to give others answers. We all give each other clues sometimes. We all act as each other's mirrors to really show the beautiful reflection that we are, each holding a part of it. Some being, partial mirrors, and some being complete mirrors of ours. This is how it is. But we are individualized, we are unique, and we have all the answers within. No one single path on this world and the eternal journey of the soul is the same. So those of you who write to me and those of you who don't write to me and still seek externally outside of yourselves, do know that no path is the same and that I don't have the answers for you, because your soul speaks to you in an individualized way. It gives you your own symbols. You have your own obstacles, so to say, hidden blessings in reality. You have your own things that you have come here to settle, to learn from, to teach from, to remember. Because in fact, we are all just merely remembering who we truly are as divine love, rediscovering itself. So no, I am not here to provide answers for all those of you. I do always say, ask me a question. And by that, I mean, ask me a general question, for instance, about, provide me with a certain topic that you would like me to talk about. But I cannot give you personal answers and solutions for your own life. I cannot, for instance, dissect your astrological chart, or go into your details of your dreams, or, know why a certain relationship is there for you in your life. No. Why? Because you're here to discover your own journey. You are here to discover your own hearts, the hidden ones and the already known ones. So when you actually commune with your own spirit, you can always say, thank you for showing me what I already know. And thank you for, helping me see what I cannot yet see. Because this is why we are here for. Do you want someone else to give you answers for your life? Would that make your journey as it is? Would it make you that interesting if someone else provides you the answer? Let me tell you something. Last year, I think, I discovered this, I think it was a radio show from this woman, and she was speaking about giving advice and how this never works. And she spoke about three reasons, three main reasons, and I don't remember all of them exactly how she described them. But the first one was something like, if someone gives you an advice, an answer to your question in a particular way that you want them to answer, more defined kind of way, give me the answer, there are three certain outcomes that would show that this is not the appropriate way of your self path, of your self remembrance. Because, firstly, what can happen is you can take the advice and you don't like it and you blame the other person. You can take the advice and you like it and you might be mad because you didn't come to the solution from your own inner realm. And you might end up, disliking yourself for that fact. And the third one is you don't take the advice at all, and still it's annoying to you, and you keep, you keep being distracted by that mind chatter about that So in no way giving advice works for anyone. So for all those of you who write to me with your own personal confessions and stories and say, please help me with this, please help me with that. No, I cannot. Everyone is here to be a beacon of light all in itself. Everyone is here to explore their own inner realms, to remember the light that they are, to remember the divine love that we are. And only by being that love, you send out ripples of that love. While you remember, you put out the energy of divine remembrance into the collective for others to remember as well. And you can only give pointers and clues with sharing your own journey. You cannot answer someone else's questions. I cannot solve the puzzles of someone else. Because why? Imagine a puzzle, a big puzzle, and each of us holding a piece. And while we are solving and finding our own pieces and putting them to where we are supposed to be in that divine equation of perfectedness, perfection, then everything, matches. Everyone is responsible only for their own path, for their own journey, and for their own piece of the puzzle. And tell me seriously, do you really honestly think that when someone would provide you with all the answers, you would get it? No, because you would get it from the mind. When you truly get it from within, you will get it from the heart and you will feel it. For instance, some people ask me, am I on the right path? Or how do you know you're a volunteer soul? Well, you just know. And when you know it through feeling, not through rationalizing about it. Last year, I wrote a beautiful article called The Path of Going Within, the Path of Remembrance. And I spoke about how the mind thing never works. For instance, the more you try to define yourself through searching data about your star markings, your astrological charts, when were you born, the exact hours, looking at all the numbers, divine sequences through numbers are good. But not while you analyze them and think they're, all there is to your message of life. No, you are the message. You are the gift. You are the source. You. This is just a message that is in perfect random synchronicity with you, aligned with you at that certain time to give you a certain message at that now moment. But it's not the whole picture. It's not the big picture, and that's all there is. You need to find the subtleness beneath it. You need to go beyond. But you need to do it. For instance, people who think that I will be there for them to help them, through my journey, solve all their own problems. And nothing is a problem anyway. Problem is something you don't know. Therefore, you reference it as a problem, but it's not a problem. I call these things our inner initiations, and I cannot solve them. So those who think that I will solve their puzzles because I've solved mine, no, no, no. I've solved my own piece, and I'm responsible for that piece, and I can only be a guide to provide clues, to speak about the things that I already do know from my own personalized view, and to speak about some universal truths that I remember as a being because I come from a level that I know these things. Not all of them, because I'm still just remembering as you are as well on my own level. But I cannot be responsible for your clue, for your piece of the puzzle, for no one's, and you cannot be either for someone else. So being, for instance, an Ascension guide does not mean I am an Ascension guide. I explained this multitudes of times. I'm a being and I have my free space. I call this freedom of being. I'm not going to, sit around the computer all day, answer everyone's questions, because I'm not a savior. I'm not a prophet. I am no one like, that has answers for everyone. I have my own inner answers, and that gives me inner peace, that bliss that I am within my own knowingness. And when I reside within my own knowingness, I give other the energies of empowerment so they can remember themselves on their own, not through me. I can just be a divine trigger. I cannot be the actual thing that's going to solve anything. No one else. Remember, seeking externally does not give you that inner peace. When you will be within your own knowing, you will know. And how do I know this? Well, guess what? I was one of those who had no one. I had no one guiding me. I was alone in this. But the gift of it is that all my divine remembrance came through me. It was me, myself, and I. And it was such a gift and blessings to feel myself, to feel my soul. Because you feel your soul. You don't know your soul. You feel it. Nasty fly flying around me. See, the fly says yes, it's making vortex movements around me. And when you will know yourself, you will feel your inner vortex. Damn, that fly really likes my light. Go away. Anyway, so you cannot know these answers. The mind rationalizes. And I wrote this last year in my radical, I keep making these new words, article, not radical. Yeah, I wrote it, but it's not a radical. Anyway, I wrote about this. I said, the only way you truly know and get all the answers, because this is how divine guidance works. You see, I can only give you generalized things. I cannot give you your personal answers because you're different than I am. You have your own field of awareness and so on. But there are certain commonalities, that really are true in general. For instance, how divine guidance works. It always works for you. Well, you first feel yourself and you will be very much confident in what you feel, and then you will get the confirmations. It does not work for you seeking externally, like getting all the info about you and your birth and these numbers and that. Oh, am I an indigo? Am I a starseed? No, no, no. It works in a way that you feel things from within and you keep opening yourself up. As I said this in my yesterday's video. First open to your soul, and then you start opening more to your source self. And all the knowing comes through you because we are the portal. The vortex is us. It's not just the sacred spaces on earth. We are the portals. Don't you see that? And you're the portal that this has to come through, because if someone else tells you something, it doesn't really make a difference because it doesn't come through you. So therefore it doesn't have the energetic signature that flows through you. So if someone else says something and gives you the answer, it really doesn't have any meaning, does it? It only has a meaning for you when you feel it. And when you feel things, they energetically, inscribe themselves in your being. They become known to you. They just activate, like a cell lights up with a light that you are. And eventually all of your cells start lighting up. But it has to be from a feeling side of life, from feeling yourself. It does not come from a rationalized side of life, because the rational is that of non-God. It comes from denying your God self. The rationalized is the ideal of the, thinking that there's this ego persona and you give it power. You say this is a separate entity. And I wrote about this yesterday. I said, it only is if you believe it to be so. So therefore it is your reality. But in truth, and the fact is that ego is not a separate entity. It is a construct of the mind. It is a construct of you not knowing your source self. So therefore you create something that you believe in is you, but it's not actually you. So therefore you either know yourself with a capital S or you don't. And we have the lowest of the lows, we have the highest of the highs, and I explained this yesterday too in my videos about creation and the laws of the mountains and the ocean. We have both. But in the middle path we are right now. This is what we're choosing. It has to come through you, otherwise it is meaningless. Do you understand me? It is meaningless. So I know things because I went through them. It is about the experience of divine love. I've said this yesterday as well. When we experience divine love, then we know it. We do not know it when we read about it. When we listen to others speak about it. I can speak about it, but I can speak about it through the feeling side of my life because I went through the feeling of it and I feel it every day. It is me because I activated myself to a degree that I'm constantly source connected. You see, constantly source infused. And I spoke about this in one of my last year's videos, which I then canceled, because they're old and have bad sound quality, but I will keep repeating that. This is called source infusion. But you need to come to that point yourself, because then you will truly start feeling, oh my God, I know everything already. And I spoke about this yesterday. I said, we are all knowing, but we just need to remember. So I can't remember for you. I can't give you the answers. I cannot solve your personal relationships or get why they're there for in your life, but I can share my own life, my own experience, and I can infuse this realm with my own presence, my own divine love that I am as individualized essence of that divine love that we all are as one. So do not expect me to answer your emails as such, to answer these questions that are very personal, because what is personal is there for you to discover, and it needs to flow through you. Because when we get a certain outer answer, did you ever notice this? And you still don't feel it, you won't be satisfied with it. But when you will finally get it from within you, you'll be like, oh, I can't believe finally it's so easy. It just had to flow through me. It's that easy. It is that easy, people. When it comes from the outer, it's difficult and you won't always resonate because it's not coming from you. And there's a reason why you don't resonate. There's a reason why you keep asking questions. And remember this, the moment you ask yourself a question, or me, answer is already there. Don't you see this? The moment you start asking these questions, you're already giving yourself the answer, but you don't see it because you're not aware enough, but you are. So go within, see the patterns, recognize these patterns, and see what this is showing you. I speak about the same things all the time, and I see there's still so many people who don't get it, who don't listen to my videos in a way that I speak truly in essence, or they don't want to hear a certain part of them. People I see, I notice, are very confused. It's kind of hard for people to truly be with themselves, like alone. And for instance, when people get married, they say, and for better or worse, in sickness or health, yeah, you are your own sacred marriage. So you need to feel this within you. You need to be with yourself in all the conditions, in the great void, and with all the mind chatter within you. You need to know yourself in all these conditions. You need to be with yourself. People don't even know how to be alone. Either they don't have any company and they seek it somewhere externally, because people often say to me, oh, I have no one to share this with, so I'm sharing with you. You have to learn how to share it from yourself first, in order to see that no one else needs to understand you but yourself. Then you will be peaceful and blissful. Not when you will still need someone else to listen to you. But there's this great gift here. When you finally accept this and let go of all the outer thinking that someone else needs to understand you, then it will come to you from external world as well. But as long as you don't get it, it won't. You need to become your best friend. You need to be able to be alone with yourself. I'm alone most of my time, and I love it, because there I can truly feel my being. And most people, what happened to them is they do not know how to feel their being. And I wrote about this. I made a soul decree, and it's you can find it underneath my articles. It's called a soul decree. And it's how you better come in terms with your soul, how to feel your soul, how to feel your soul signature. You might go out in the nature and just ask your soul, show me how it feels to be me. Who am I? Let me feel myself. Because we do not know ourselves through thinking and rationalizing about the selves. We are not our birth sign. We are not our astrological charts. We are not numbers. We are not any of it. We're a divine creation and a creator at the same time. We're perfect flames of divine love. That's what we are. And how can you explain this? Can you explain what divine love is for me? Well, I sure cannot. No, you cannot. You can feel it. We are feeling beings. We're nothing but pure feelingness. So it's time for you to start feeling, and start thinking that the outer answers will make up for your life. The more you let go, the more you will see that all things will come to you. All the answers to your questions will be answered automatically just when you go through life, because life is your teacher. I am not your teacher. Life is our teacher. I'm here as a guide, but I'm no one's teacher. I oftentimes say this. Don't confuse me for a teacher, please, because I do not like this term. A lot of people say they are. Okay, grateful for them. Love them. I'm grateful for teachers in my life as well, but I'm my own teacher. But I'm not anyone else's teacher. Life is teaching me. Creation is teaching me. Eternal beingness is teaching me. And I hope this message will come across to all those of you. Don't think that I don't like to get questions on my email, but I will not at all discuss about anything personally with anyone. Because I'm a free human being. I'm a free spirit that likes to enjoy life. I don't do this. I don't sit around the computer the whole day. I love making these videos and sending out my love messages to all of you, sharing truth. But I'm not here to discuss every single being. Imagine how many people write to me. Every single one story. There's not enough hours in the day. Do you see? Learn to be with yourself. Give yourself that time and space to find your own inner answers, but don't think that they will be answered if they come from the mind. You know what Einstein said? The same consciousness that caused the problem cannot solve it. So therefore, the mind that is asking all these mind questions and seeking for definitions cannot solve it, cannot give you the answer. Heart does. So you need to become heart beings, and you already are. So please remember, okay? I hope this message sends out big ripples of love, because this is what we truly are, but it needs to come through you. I cannot activate anyone. I do beautiful light activations, and I think I'm going to do one of them soon again, probably out in nature. I need someone to record me, but I can only share. That's all I can do. I cannot provide you answers. No one can, but you can, and you already do. That's the beautiful part. Take care, my Ascension pioneers. Love you all. Bye.